Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of High Level Wisdom. On your way in the door, I ask that you hit the like button if you don't mind. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go ahead without further ado and jump right in. I was thinking about something, and I want to know why we as men have such a hard problem. We have a hard time controlling our lusts, our lustful desires, to the point where it ends up in family court a lot of the time with situations owing people money. And I said that based off of this Floyd Mayweather situation. For those who might not know, he was ordered to pay over $1 million in back child support and $35,000 a month. Now, in the ring, you're undefeated. That's him. He's undefeated. You're taking on some of the most dangerous men in the world and defeated him. You got an undefeated record. But when it comes to women, your urges, you can't seem to defeat that. And this woman in particular was an employee of his. And so many times that we see that recently. We just seen Stefan Diggs cross the line with his employee. And you would think that these guys have the money, means, fame, access to have a woman of their choosing, if that was what they chose to do. But lack of game, of self-awareness, ignorance, bliss, ego, all of these things are a dangerous concoction when in the hands of the wrong man, of the unhealed man, the man who's not walking in his truth, who doesn't have the ism nowhere in him, around him, in his sphere, nowhere. You're not even 2, 3, 4 degrees separated from you. You just don't have it at all. It's not. It's It should be omnipresent, but it's nowhere around. And so, when your finances become threatened, then all of a sudden does it become real? Then all of a sudden does it matter? And it's a problem. But as men, we are the truth. We are the light. We are the head. And if you are that truth, if you are that life, if you are the head, there's no room for error. Everything should surround around you. Everything should follow the lead of you. There shouldn't be any Stefan Diggs, Floyd Mayweather, Future, any of these entertainers, rappers, ball players. You guys are the examples, because the youth look to you. These kids, these teenagers, even other men look to these guys because you were put up there. And especially our impressionable youth, they're the future. So if any of the young men in my family, my little cousins, nephews, whatever it might be, if they're looking at Future, Floyd Mayweather, Stefan Diggs as any type of, I don't want to say idol, because we don't worship, nothing but God, but they look to you as the representative, as a blueprint to say, hey, man, this is what I'm going to do when I get older. I'm going to be a boxer, or I want to be an entertainer, a football player, basketball player. Why shouldn't we have more examples like LeBron? Right? Now, I don't know this man personally, but from what we see, one wife, no scandal, raising all his kids, his son is playing with him in the NBA. Why can't we have that example? You don't think that he was tempted going in and out of these cities? You don't think that his lustful urges knocked on the door late at night? But he didn't answer. To our knowledge, right? He didn't make Savannah look stupid. He didn't make our men look crazy. He didn't make his teammates and his team and his organization look stupid. This man worth $1 billion just like Floyd Mayweather. But he had the sense of enough to know, I got too much at stake. That's the truth. That's the light. That's the head. You don't become a mark, because that's all it is. Floyd just became a mark. Future, all of these guys, they became marks because they're putting vagina on a pedestal to the tune of $1 million and something. A few kids who pays, who knows how much he pays in child support. My boy, young boy, multiple kids out here. You can't be there for all them kids at once and give them all the attention they need. You can probably provide monetarily, which helps a little. What about the time? What about the legacy? What about the things that only a dad can give a child? I don't care how much money you got. When you put pussy before principle, you become a pawn in that game. Also known as a mark, a vic, a trick. So you want to trick off for the rest of your life because you couldn't control your lustful urges for that 30 minutes, an hour, however long it might last? You think these women really care about you like that? Gone are the days where it's love at first sight, where it's undying loyalty. You may find it, and some people do, but these days it has to be more so built, because the establishment that a lot of these women are coming from is monetary based. They're not worried about having a family and getting married and creating a legacy and raising these children together. If they want the child, 9 times out of 10, they don't want you attached to it. You are just the provider, because that's all they know. That's the only thing they hear all on TikTok. This is what America says that a black man is. You're just a provider. You're just a piece of paper. So that's how they treat you, and that's why it is like it is out here now. No one values the concept and construct of marriage anymore. What can you do for me? You give me a child, I give you some money. Go back out here, turn up with my girls, go back out here, chill with my guys, and make some more kids. It's a repeating cycle, and when does it stop? When you're crying and you got 4 or 5 child support orders eating up your check, now women are a problem. No. You the head, remember? So you mean to tell me whatever plan, whatever purpose that she had overrides yours? Who's the mark? Who's the trick? Because women know what they're doing. It's we as men who lose sight in the fact this girl was a stripper. She worked at his gentleman club. So not only was she an employee of his collecting that check, now she's collecting the check for the rest of her life. Is that not a $1 billion trick? Stop me when I'm wrong. It is you as the man who must lead, who must be the truth. Tell, show, lead the woman into the light by example. You can't be mad if she plays the game better than you, because you're supposed to have the game. You're supposed to be the one showing that this is what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. If she come in and she has her way, who has the most game? The game is to be played, right? We both playing the game. But it shouldn't be a game. You the head, you the leader. So any game you should have should be leading by example. No, we're not having unprotected sex. I'm not ready for a child right now. I'm not done running the streets with women. I got 4 or 5 women. I'm trying to focus on my career. I don't really like you. Like, whatever you got to say, you're supposed to say that. But the nice guy game, the lying, flying by night, oh, you want to be a player? So I'm going to lie to you and lie to her too? That's not game. So don't be mad when she realizes that and reverses it on you, because she knows that you're led by lust. And that her pussy is what you want. You don't want her mind. You don't want a future. You don't want to build and make her better, which in turn makes you better, and then y'all get some kids, and then now you're all better as a family, i.e. LeBron. You want to be like Future. So just say that. Hey, I want to hit you raw. We got some kids, cool. I got a little paper, maybe not, but look, we're going to figure it out, or not, whatever it is. But you got to say it, because if not, then whatever agenda that you subject to from her, it is what it is. We don't want to hear no crying. We don't want to hear no Pookie and Ray Ray shit. Man up, take care of them kids, or not, like you're probably not going to do, and accept it as it is. But the cycle got to stop at some point, or else we'll be extinct around this motherfucker. Niggas think women are slow, and they not. It seems like they got more game than us these days, which is not true, but that's the way it seems, because a handful of us represent the majority, because that's what the media talks about. So I ain't gonna get too deep up into it, but be the leader, be the head, be the light, be the truth. I am. It's your boy, man. 1.